Well, good afternoon and welcome to Berlin. Welcome to the 39th edition of the European Championships of Basketball. Today's opening match in Group B features the hosts, Germany, versus the newcomers, Iceland. This is Eurobasket 2015. Well, my name is Liam Candy. I'm joined in the commentary booth by my partner, George Zidek. And George, we're in the capital city of Germany, and I don't know if I can speak for you, but so excited about the beginning of this tournament.
Absolutely, Liam. It's great to be here. I just can't wait for this tournament to start. We got a super group here in Berlin, Group B. So let's see what happens on day one.
Well, here's a look at the games we have in store for you throughout the day. The opener, Germany, Iceland, Spain versus Serbia, and Italy versus Turkey, the nightcap. George, a lot of people are designating this as the group of death.
I mean, you got 5 really tough groups, and then you got exciting Iceland. They are here for the first time ever. I mean, they are writing history as it is just to get here to the Eurobasket. And those players, we saw them yesterday in practice, they just want to keep the fairy tale coming.
There's the Iceland team making their first ever appearance at the European Championships of Basketball. By contrast, Germany here at the top table of European basketball for the 23rd time. It is their 4th consecutive appearance at these championships, and it looks like a few nervous fans. We're in the hotel just across the street, George, and there's a whole bunch of Iceland fans in there with us.
Oh, they're excited, but just going back to Germany,
wir starten nun mit der Teamvorstellung, and now the team presentation
spot there with German players and German basketball. They took the title in '93, that's a long time ago. Then they finished second in 2005 and 5th in 2007. But since then, it hasn't been all good, so they're looking to get back on track.
Certainly German basketball in the ascendancy. You see the Iceland team coming onto the floor. And George, maybe just a quick word about Iceland. You know, they're the underdogs. Do they come in and play nervous because of the occasion, or do they play loose because they have nothing to lose?
I would go with the other option. Obviously, they're going to have some shakes there when they get first on the floor, because some of the players said most of the guys even haven't ever played in an arena like the Mercedes-Benz Arena here in Berlin, so it's a new thing for them. But I think they have nothing to lose. They are just really happy to be here, but they are committed to give a fight to all the favorites that they have in the group.
We'll see what sort of temperament Craig Peterson's men bring to the floor today. There's the Canadian coach at the helm of the Iceland team. This is the German team that, as my partner said, have won this competition before, back in 1993. And already, George, the German fans are on their feet. It's a comment you made earlier about the drums. You said those guys started about 50 minutes ago. You said, hey, somebody's going to tell them the game hasn't started yet.
I know. The fans are excited here in Berlin. We walked in the city yesterday, and the city is just living with basketball. And they are ready to see their team. And we got to point out one guy, and that's Dirk Nowitzki, a legend of European and world basketball, if you will allow me. And he is back in German uniform, and that's a big reason here for the fans to celebrate.
Absolutely, George. Germany finished in 17th position when these championships were in Slovenia. There's Nowitzki making his way onto the floor. And of course, it was a German team that played without Nowitzki. I think as Berlin are the host city, he's made a real point of coming back here and playing in front of his home fans.
That's a huge boost there for the popularity of the Eurobasket. He's done great things here for European and German basketball, so everybody's extremely excited to see Dirk back in a German uniform.
There's Chris Fleming. It is Germany versus Iceland. We're going to rise to our feet here in the arena and honor the national anthems.
And now, dear basketball fans, please stand up for the national anthems. We will start with the national anthem of Iceland, die Nationalhymne von Island. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Germany, die Nationalhymne der Bundesrepublik Deutschland.
The national anthem song of Germany, the third stanza, includes unity, justice, and freedom, which is the unofficial motto of Germany. As Iceland, their national anthem known as "Oh God, Our Land." Certainly, George, behind us are the Iceland fans. They'll be saying some prayers to God. They can be the hosts here in an upset in today's opening game.
Presenting the referees of today's game.
It is
A
not
warm
easy to
welcome
be a
to
host in any
Sretan
competition.
Radovic,
I think
Arel
that the
Hadiko,
Germans,
and
any
Milos
of the other
Korjenzic.
three hosting cities and countries, they
The
gotta be feeling some
commissioner
pressure too.
is Ivan
Well, inside the
Bodlogvari.
psychology of both teams, then Iceland making their first appearance. As you look at the combined officiating crew from Estonia, Croatia, and Montenegro, respectively. And I think you make a good point, George. You know, the Germans very well may have some players playing in front of their host fans.
It's a first game too, you know. They are the paper favorites, without a doubt, against Iceland. It's the first time ever in Eurobasket.
And here's the Iceland team that you mentioned, George. Who is a player or a couple players on this team that we should keep an eye out for?
I think Jon Stefansson is the most established player from the Icelandic squad. He even signed with Dallas Mavericks of the NBA, but never played an official game. Came back to Europe, and he's had some stellar career in Europe. So we gotta be watching for him for sure. He's the leader and most experienced player on the team. Here we see him at the guard, Jon Stefansson.
Well, welcome to anybody just joining today's broadcast. It is the 39th edition of the European Championships in basketball. Iceland versus Germany. We saw the starting five for Iceland. Number 9, my partner points out Jon Stefansson, who played for Unicaja Malaga last year. You see the German team warming up. That's the back of Nowitzki. And I wonder if he will put his players on his back. He's the veteran, George, the man with all the experience, and the NBA superstar.
I mean, everybody expects that, and he most likely will. But I think if Germany as a team wants to succeed in this tournament, he needs help. He needs help from players like Dennis Schroeder, or Heiko Safaci, or Tibor Pleiss. So it cannot be only about Dirk. It has to be about more players than just Dirk.
Well, we'll see. Here's the starting five. Speaking of that supporting cast, and it's Dennis Schroeder, who comes off a fantastic season, George, with the Atlantic Hawks.
Absolutely a breakthrough year, Liam. You hit it right on the head. He was 2 years ago. He was in the NBA.
Today's FIBA ball carrier will bring the official game ball.
He got into the lineup of Atlanta Hawks, and he scored in double figures. They saw 5 assists, so he had a spectacular season. I think he's ready to explode
Das sind die
on the
Schiedsrichter, die
European
bekommen den
scene.
It's
Ball.
his first European Championships.
Und hier sind die Startformationen beider Mannschaften. The starting five from Iceland. Number 8, Lenny Weidingsson.
George, as we look around the arena, what atmosphere?
Number
Do not seem
13,
to be many
Hördur
spare
Williamson.
seats.
Number 15, Pavel
It's a hot thing here in
Yarmolinski.
Berlin,
And
in
number
Germany, to see
24,
Dirk Nowitzki and his team. Here we see the
Paulsson.
matchup of the stars of
And
established
this is the
players on
starting
the
five
team.
from
Leaders,
Team
Dirk Nowitzki
Germany.
versus Jon Stefansson.
Number 11,
Let's see who's
Tibor
going to have more
Pleiss.
impact on the team.
Number
Obviously, more is
14,
expected
Dirk
from Dirk
Nowitzki.
The pressure
Number
is on him.
17, Dennis
I guess he's used to it.
Number 21,
coming back
Paul
since
Zinza.
2011 Eurobasket.
And
He's been
number
17 years with the same team
25,
in the NBA.
Anton
Dallas Mavericks,
Gabriel.
incredible career he's had.
Alles
Seventh
is
all-time scoring leader
everything's
in
prepared.
the NBA.
This is
What
the
a player. I
moment
mean,
we
he can
all
go
waiting
on and
for.
on and on about Dirk Nowitzki.
And we will.
Ganz viel
We're
Spaß.
going to spend a week with him, aren't we?
Das erste
Absolutely. We saw
Spiel
Craig
der
Peterson,
Eurobasket
who's the coach of the Iceland
2015
team
in
here, is the
Berlin.
American Chris
Beginnt
Fleming,
jetzt
who's
mit
at the
eurer
helm of
Unterstützung.
the German
Hallo
team.
Berlin! Hello
Now, we're really looking forward to seeing how Iceland play, George. We hear they bring an up-tempo style of play. They're going to shoot a lot of threes.
That's what they say, is that we underside. We don't have players of 2 meters 10, heavy guys who can establish around the post and play typical. We set up basketball, half-court set, so we just run around, we penetrate, we kick, we shoot a lot of threes. Yesterday, last 10 minutes, everybody worked on a three-pointer, including the 2 meters 18 Ragnar Nathanaelsson. Imagine that.
Well, here we are. Welcome to Berlin. Welcome to the 39th edition of the European Championships. It's Eurobasket 2015. And we're underway here in Berlin. Remember, there are 4 host cities for these European Championships. We are in the German capital. It is Germany in the white, Iceland in the blue. The first basket to Tibor Pleiss.
That was a nice play right there. Penetration by Schroeder. Drop off pass to Tibor Pleiss. He just finished it with ease.
Now, George, I haven't missed the fact that you pointed out a 2 meter 18 player was shooting threes. I know at your size, you would have loved to step away from the basket and shoot it. We'll see if Iceland can put some threes up here in their first possession. There's the kick. That 3 on the way, no good. And kept alive. Second possession here for Iceland. There's Stephenson trying to break down. Defender lays it up and in. And we're even here in Berlin.
That was a nice penetration by Stefansson, who we called to be a go-to guy there for Iceland. So it was a scrappy place, but at the end it works out for Iceland, and we tied it 2.
Is our first foul as Stephenson's trying to fight through his screen. George, just to go back to that last possession, Iceland are going to struggle to compete on the board, but you saw that they tipped it and kept it alive.
But that's what's going to happen after the shot is taken. I think the Germans just really got to be careful, and they got to be watch out to put a body on somebody, to box out their players, because everybody is moving. All the players are interchangeable there for Iceland, I believe.
Here's Schroeder. He'll give Nowitzki his first touch. Nowitzki with the mid-range jumper. That's short. Zermalinski with the rebound for the Icelandic players.
That was a good defense there by Willems on Nowitzki. That was a little collision right there under the basket, and Dirk is holding his right ankle, so let's hope for Germany that there's nothing serious wrong there.
Well, there's a lot of people in the arena right now who are holding their breath, hoping that Nowitzki can shrug off this bump. Sideline ball for Iceland.
Not easy to play against teams like Iceland because it's not typical basketball.
Here's Zermalinski with the ball on top. He'll give it to Stephenson. Stephenson rises just inside the arc, in and out. Pleiss with the rebound for Germany.
But again, it was the second time it's an isolation play there for Stephenson.
Here's Schroeder. He'll rise for his 3, and now he's got the ball down.
That was a good shot by Schroeder. He showed a lot of confidence in that shot. He just stepped in it.
Iceland, both teams in man-to-man defense. Stephenson, he'll rise. Shot off the window, no good. Schroeder with the long rebound. Back comes Germany. Last touch by a Iceland defender. It's their possession.
That was a good effort there to shoot, to push the ball up the court. I think that the Germans are going to be looking for some easy shots, easy baskets. It's what you like to do if you coach Fleming. Any easy points that you can take. That's good.
There's Gobble at the point. Schroeder. He'll give a touch inside to Pleiss. And there's a double down by Iceland. Now they're going to scramble to match up. George, maybe a quick word about that. The Iceland team doubled down in the low post right away.
And you have to punish it. And Germany did a good job. They swung the ball around the perimeter. Anton Gabel just drives in and lays it in. Good shot by Gabel. He's a scrappy player. I like him. We'll talk about his story later on.
There's a 3 on the way. That's off the mark. Long rebound. Zermalinski comes up with it. Stephenson Put it on the deck, kicks to the corner, and this is exactly what we expect from Iceland as they knock down their first three.
And this is the style of basketball that you expect. Just penetration and kick, and if the defense is scrambling, you just gotta keep passing the ball, and you look for open man.
Well, Paulson with that three for Iceland. Germany trying to respond. In the mid-post to Nowitzki. His pass read well and tipped out of bounds, but Germany retained possession.
It's going to be a lot about spacing, because if Dirk posts up, it's a mismatch. Or if Tibor Pleiss is going through a post-up game, all the other players got to do a good job of spacing, giving space to play one-on-one. This was Stefansson. He kicks it to Paulson, and a shot from the corner.
Spielerwechsel, substitution.
I think there's some blood there, yeah. I think he's bleeding there a little bit on his hand, so he's going to come out right there on his right arm.
That's what we expect to see from Iceland. They're going to play hard, they're going to play for 40 minutes, and they're going to let you know that you're in a ball game.
They got nothing to lose. We said it before. They just came here and they said it. They just want to give a hard game to anybody.
Zipser on the wing. Got a foul here. Clock foul against Iceland.
Number 24.
Paulson, his first. Second.
First foul.
So good early start here from Iceland as they get their feet wet in their first European Championships. They need to stay as close as they can for as long as they can. Good ball movement by Germany. Zipser lines up the three, and he's finishing.
That's a great ball movement right there. And unselfish basketball. You look for open man. That's what you like to see.
Great spacing. Speaking of ball movement, the Icelanders moving around the perimeter, and that's good. And Iceland come back with a three of their own. And George, they're playing very well here early on.
They played the game that we expected, and they are not playing with pressure.
Byrington with the three. Pleiss wants it down low. Doesn't get it. Has to step away. And that's a shot. And I think Iceland will live with those shots by Pleiss away from the basket, George.
No, this was good defense. You have to play smart defense if you're Iceland, because you are not going to take away everything from Germany. You can limit them, but you will not take everything away. Smart defense.
Is that a defensive philosophy to try to make teams do things they're not accustomed to?
Well, I think that if you're facing Iceland, you're going to be facing some unorthodox basketball as far as the players, their size, the interchangeable positions. I mean, there's nothing like it for Germany, so they also have to get used to it. It's not easy. And not easy on the opening game.
I think the other teams get an advantage, don't they? So if we talk about Spain, Italy, Turkey, they're now going to see some live footage of a foe they're going to play later on who play that unorthodox style.
How do you scout it? How do you scout Iceland? Because you never see them so much. They play some preparation games, but that's about it. Before that, they were just at some point they were in Division B. When Europe was divided in Division A and Division B, they were in Division B.
The scouting report might read, everybody can shoot it, you know? They're hard to guard. Headline ball here for Iceland. Stefansson in the corner. He'll kick it. Right down Main Street. Oh, there's on the first attempt of the basket. Zipser stands tall. And right now, Zipser is telling Williamson all about it. Good block by Paul Zipser.
Yeah, but what an attack right there. Look at the slow motion right there. I mean, Williamson just takes it up and he drives to that. You gotta like that, man.
Absolutely.
You know, he's drawing contact. He's attacking. He's in the attacking mode. That was a charge goal right there. And that's Anton Gabler right there for you. He's an ultimate team player for me. I watched him in Germany. He's got a great career. He used to play for Slovakia. This is his first time that he plays for Germany. He's a player that's going to take a lot of this. Not maybe the stats, but the small, it's intangible.
Now, George, it's a moving screen on Stefansson. That's his second foul early on. Something to keep an eye on.
That is not a good news there for Iceland. They need him on the floor. You got to be careful with the foul.
This is Slotsik, top of the key. Look how far Iceland are pushing the basketball away from the basket. Good hard-nosed defense by Iceland. Schroeder trying to find space. Extra pass. Benzing lets fly. That's in and out. Iceland tipping it just to keep it alive.
That's crappy basketball right there, because it was Tibor Pleiss was 17, almost controlling the ball, but the Iceland player somehow just made a way to get the rebound.
That's a travel call against Paulson. Here's the pass, just didn't quite get the ball down quick enough.
But again, it was tall player right here gets the ball. It's number 24, Boston, and he just immediately attacking his opponent. This is what you can expect the whole game, I think.
Well, certainly a great start. Iceland putting themselves early on.
They're looking at the court, on the court. Iceland is just giving up so much size, but they're just fighting.
To the corner, Benzing will line up another three. That one no good. And I'll tell you what, George, that pass play, just exactly what you talked about. Iceland collapse on the low post, three guys around Blythe, he has to kick it out.
You saw it right there. There was 3 players on FIBA basket before this happened when he was kicking the ball out. I mean, he almost had no other option because he was just swarmed with players in blue jerseys.
Certainly hard-nosed defense here by Iceland as the lead official comes to the scorer's table. And there's Nowitzki on the bench, an early rest.
Of course, I think it's a question of how long Iceland can stay with the same defensive intensity. They're going to have to substitute and rotate in a lot of players.
He's just sorting out time on the shot clock, so you can see on the screen 14 seconds. Just getting the game clock right. We're past the midway mark of the first quarter. Still a close game. Twice. Hands off to Schroeder. He tries to find space. His shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Get a foul here against Iceland. This one, personal foul on Anderson.
Number 14, locally.
Very active, Dennis Schroeder early on. I think he's taking charge. Control the tempo. Plays his teammates where they're supposed to be. This is what you're looking for from a young guy. He's only 22 years old. Let's never forget about that. But he's just really establishing himself as a leader at that point.
Didn't get that little teardrop shot to fall. So now we tempt the shot clock. Germany going to get inside, and there's the weak side. Help coming over. Exactly what you talked about, George. Collapsing on a low post.
They have no other choice. If Tibor Pleiss gets the ball close to the basket, they're dead. So they have to double early.
Coach Peterson should be proud of the way his team was playing early on. Schwatzig forced into a foul as Germany was sorting out their transition defense.
But to be honest, Liam, I think it's just pressure. Just to shake off the cobwebs. I think it's Germany that is looking a little bit under pressure, more than Iceland certainly.
Playing with some nerves. Iceland are right there. They trail by 2 here in the first quarter. Ermelin's back in the game for Iceland. There's the dribble drive and the kick. That teardrop shot won't drop. Germany clear their boards.
It's not easy for Icelandic players to penetrate close to the basket.
Benzing knocks down his second three of the quarter.
Finally, he gets one going. I think Germany just really needs to start hitting the open three because they have the looks. After the defense collapses, there's going to be a lot of open looks for Germany. They're just going to have to knock the shot down.
Schroeder, hard-nosed defense on the ball. Spin dribble in the lane, another spin and a kick. 3 on the way, in and out. Zitzer with the rebound.
Good job on the rebound by Germany. Just clear the boards. Nobody there for Iceland to try even to deflect the shot.
Schroeder with his mid-range jumper in transition.
That was a fairly easy shot in face of Bergson. Off the dribble.
Schroeder, the man who just made the last basket. Right now, Dennis Schroeder is exchanging pleasantries with Willemsen. Look at the replay here. This is the 3 from Benzing in the corner. Nothing but net.
This is Robin Benzing's game. He's good at running the court and just spotting up there for an open, long-distance shot like you just saw. We got Niels Giffey there for the first time on the court. One of the younger players there on the German squad.
George, from a player's perspective now, think back to your playing days, how important is it for you to get some minutes under your legs early on in the tournament?
I think it's extremely important. Let's not forget, Liam, and remind our viewers that these players, they're going to have to play 5 games in 6 days. So every coach knows that, and he has to pace his team. He has to distribute the minutes equally. That's heavy loads.
Nowitzki off of a diagonal screen. They get it in the mid-post. Right now, Nowitzki looking to distribute, not really looking at many scoring options. Schroeder with a three, that's no good. And great defense by Iceland.
I think Dirk is trying to involve all his teammates. He just does not want to take it on himself. He knows that they have to be successful, they have to involve more players.
Is he maybe perhaps being a bit unselfish? We'll come back to you on that, George. We're going to foul here on Benzing.
That's a long rebound, right? A long shot is going to produce, if missed, it's going to produce long rebounds. Everybody has to be really careful about boxing. I said it before. These Icelandic players are very active. They're going to try to chase down any ball they can.
And that style of play really suits their attributes, right? You're going to struggle to compete on the boards, both ends. Long shots, long rebound, give your guards and your perimeter players a chance to get those rebounds.
That's when you get a chance. And if you're more mobile than the bigger German players, this is your only chance that you have.
Well, Pavel Ermolinski at the charity stripe. This is the second. Germany come back the other way. Schroeder takes some air out of the ball. Defy his first touch. And you're right, George, Schroeder really the orchestrator of everything Germany do. Schwatzig gets in the lane. Benzing, head fake, he'll let it go. And got it!
Oh, look at that three-pointer! And Robin Benzing is just getting in his rhythm.
He had to make that one with a ball fake. Knocked it down. He's made one already where he spotted up. Nice backdoor pass to Ermolinski. Missed the layup. George trying to get an upset. You got to make those easy ones.
That was an easy shot right there. Great cut. But at the end, just couldn't connect on the shot.
Benzing.
But Ermolinski just got to do a better job of composing himself because it was contested from the back, but he got to make those kind of shots.
Important passes to play now for Iceland on offense. They're facing a 9-point deficit. Germany score now. It'll be their first double-digit lead.
Look at that right now. They're controlling the tempo. They're not rushing anything. That's a good job there by Schroeder.
High ball screen by Nowitzki for Giffey. Giffey is the travel. Oh, it's an offensive foul call against Niels Giffey.
Look at Jon Stephensen just moving his feet and getting in the lane, sacrificing his body for the team.
Sorry, George, I'll tell you what, Jon Stephensen takes the charge there. He's already got 2 fouls. It's a dangerous play.
But he's a hard-nosed player. If you know him from his career playing in Europe, he never shied away from contact. That's Robin Benzing then just going to the bench. Quality minutes there for the German team.
Sigurdsson at the point for Iceland. Curl screen. High arching mid-range jumper won't fall for Paulsen, and Nowitzki clears the boards. Schwatzig looking for a pass. To Nowitzki now on this side of the mid-post. Nowitzki trying to draw contact, and he shows all of his experience there.
He's not rushing anything. I mean, he's just waiting for the contact. And right there, he draws the foul. That's a veteran's move right there. And what else do you expect from a player who's got 17 years in the NBA under his belt? Look at that was the Robin Benzing's three-pointer. I don't want to say a desperation shot because he had nice form right there.
That's what you want to do defensively, I think, against a guy like Benzing. Make him put it on the floor a little bit and see if his shooting percentage changes. This is Nowitzki at the line, and you're right, George, 17 years with the same NBA franchise.
Being a franchise player for 17 years, that's unbelievable.
Well, he misses both free throws. Does Nowitzki. Iceland maybe get out of jail a little bit.
1 Minute noch bis zur Viertelpause. 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
Fly extends the pressure up the floor for Germany.
I think this is what you expect if you coach Fleming from your young players. Just defense, defense, defense. Bring some energy and attitude to the court.
Well, good drive by Stephensen as he shimmies through the lane and lays it up and in.
And look at Stephensen. He just challenged Nowitzki, just went right over him.
Quick release by Schwatzig, maybe a little bit quick. Probably trying to get a 2-for-1 as Iceland come back. Speaking of quick releases in the corner, and that's good. And 5 points in quick succession for Gunnarsson. And Coach Fleming, George, going to take a timeout here. We'll take a break in the action. Our first time out of the game as you see this three from the corner. Iceland are hanging tough against Germany.
2015 Mini Dance
welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Arena, and there is a coach.
Offensively,
Fleming.
take our shot, move the ball. Every time we move the ball, we're getting something good.
But as we said before, I mean, his team is facing
run
a very
down here,
unorthodox
we're gonna go
team, so I think he just wants to take a timeout and talk things over. Just calm the troops down.
You're going to
Stay
dive
ahead.
as a 4, and you're going to pop back as a 5.
Iceland is coming back, so I think it's just a strategic timeout.
Well, Iceland.
How about it last basket, just a fast break three-pointer. Did Paulson just even think about it? He just let it fly.
That's a guy lose it. I mean, you know, it's we're talking about earlier, nothing to lose. Stay within yourself, stay within your identity. You know that it'll take days. It's a 5-0 run for Iceland. Germany's last possession, they could have got double-digit lead, and all of a sudden, George, it's a 4-point game.
Well, actually, as you said, it was a really quick three-pointer by Shafarczyk. I think it just threw everybody off balance because his teammates didn't expect it. So maybe a little bit mental lapse right there, and Germany's looking to get back on track.
Coming out of the timeout now, Alex King in the game for the first time for Team Germany. Spatzen, top of the key. He'll use Nowitzki's screen. Back to Nowitzki, and that's smooth as a line by Dirk Nowitzki.
That's a great play right there, just using the size of the screen of Nowitzki. Steps back and hits the jumper mid-range.
Closing seconds here of the first quarter, and optimistic and shot by Iceland. So at the end of the first quarter of play, Germany double teams on the mid-part, double possession, 6-point lead over Iceland, 20-14.
Und einmal mehr, jetzt das Erwachsenenteam sozusagen, der Eurobasket 2015 Dance Team. Bitteschön.
Well, George, here's a look at some statistics from the first quarter of play. Germany, wouldn't surprise you that Germany have attempted 9 threes. Iceland only 6.
Look at the story on the boards. You would think that Germany would just dominate the boards, but it is tied at 11, and this is the story. They are taking quick and long shots, which are producing long rebounds, and Iceland is getting some of those offensive rebounds. So if there's something defensively that Coach Fleming going to be talking about right now for his players, it's box out. You don't want to give second chance points to Iceland. This is how you demoralize a team like Iceland. Just one shot. Give them one shot. That's all.
Talk about that as a skill, though, George. Is it hard to box out from a long distance? I might be asking the wrong guy. You know, you earned your living inside.
Riesenapplaus.
Large. Is it hard to box out?
For the big guys, you're asking them to box out more mobile guys. For the guys, they are not used to it. Just like you said. So everybody has to focus and they have to understand that this is the basic defensive principle. Again, not easy. This is unorthodox team.
A member of that unorthodox Iceland team who right now
Defense for Team
have the first possession as we open the second quarter. It's quite an atmosphere here in the Mercedes-Benz Arena. The German fans have turned out in number, as have the Iceland fans behind us. I think we heard in the hotel, George, something like 1,000 Iceland fans made the travel here to Germany.
It's the first time ever, so I think what the basketball players of Iceland mentioned at the press conference, they say finally we're getting some attention back home because it's a country of 300,000 people.
Amazing that a small country are here at the top table of European basketball. Germany, a country of 81 million people, a 3 on the way by Stephenson, no good. King with the rebound. Spatzen now to slow things down for Germany. They're getting their half-court set. Nowitzki picks and dives to the basket, doesn't get it. Spatzen signify, he lets fly with a 3, and that's short. Iceland clear their boards.
That was a good defense there by Iceland. They just took away the penetration and easy basket from Germany. Just made them shoot a last-second three-pointer.
Stephenson spills in. Good hustle by King. And it's the hustle of Alex King who causes the turnover. Just the third turnover for
Iceland. It's Germany's ball.
That's a weak pass there by Jon Stephenson. I don't know if he mishandled the ball, but the pass to Paulson was too slow. It's deflected by King.
Number 17, Dennis Schröder.
King does what every coach loves to see. Gets his jersey on the floor after a loose ball.
That's the same as Defy. Just gets in there for a few minutes, and he accepts his role. I think these young players just understand that no minutes are granted for them, and whatever time on the court they get, they're gonna give their best.
Here's Schroeder, top of the key. Pass just off the mark, and again, we've got to give credit to Iceland really taking away that dribble penetration.
I mean, they have a very easy defensive principle, I think, and it's just stay in front of your opponent. They're just not allowing them easy way to the basket, so the defense doesn't collapse.
Well, Stephenson with an and one. His little leader in the lane drops.
And
See that Schroeder's annoyed with his teammates.
That was a tough shot right here by Jon Stephenson. Off the dribble, look at that right here. He takes the contact from Schroeder and puts it up over the big man, over Nowitzki. That's a great play.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Showing no fear. Goes right around one NBA player and over another.
Wow.
Welcome to the European Championships.
He's got 2 fouls too, and he doesn't look shy at all. That's what we say. I mean, hands down, he's got the most experience from all the Icelandic players. So they're looking for him to lead. Surely Craig Peterson is the Canadian coach of the Icelandic side.
Well, here's Schroeder now across the midcourt stripe for Germany. The snap of pass to Gefine. Got some contact away from the ball.
This is the foul that he's just gonna take. It's on Nowitzki. He was cutting through the lane. And it was Willemsen fouling him. They have to use some of their fouls, Liam. They're not going to be able to contain Nowitzki, so they take an early foul. It's a good job right there on the switch.
Trying to jam the cutter, Nowitzki. Alex King rises for the pass, and it's Paulson with the foul, just competing for the ball, and his timing a little bit wrong.
That's also an interesting player there, Paulson. He spent his high school years in the United States and played 1 year at the University of Maryland, which is a premier program in the United States. Now he's back in Europe playing professionally. So he's probably the future of Icelandic basketball if you talk about talent, potential. That's Paulson for you right there, number 24.
Just 23 years old. He's picked up his 3rd foul, so he will go down and get some pine time. This is replaced by Helgi Magnusson. Schroeder darts off the screen. Now again, Nowitzki loves to catch it, that mid-post area, turnaround shot. Outside the mark, tip up and good by Alex King.
And this is what you have to do if you're King or any other teammate of Nowitzki. He was double teamed, and a lot of players were watching him just play, so you have to take advantage. Dive to the offensive rebound and try to get offensive rebound basket like King.
Stephenson wants a ball screen. Shots on the way, and that's good.
Look at that right here. Liam, that's it. Jon Stephenson showing it we've seen here in the first half. Unbelievable one-on-one situations.
Stephenson keeping his team in it. Now he's going to turn his attention to guarding Nowitzki. That's no easy task. Nowitzki was doing some of that. It's nothing but nylon.
He was left right there for a second because Stephenson rotated out of the defensive situation. Nowitzki just nails it. You give him a daylight, he's going to shoot it.
There's Ermelinski, top of the key for Iceland. On the left hand. We'll snap a pass. Schroeder comes up with the steal.
That was a tough situation that Ermelinski got himself into. He was driving to the basket. Tough pass out, deflected. And right here, off to the races, Dennis Schroeder. And here's the foul. It's himself.
Just a tactical foul, George, to stop the fast break opportunity.
I mean, that was the only chance that Iceland had, just to stop the fast break and the tactical foul.
So we'll take a timeout here in the action. A break from Berlin.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Germany lead 24-19.
the Alba dancers.
Right? And if they play side, back it up and turn it so we can snake into the middle. Go, right?
Talk that shit. No. Taki håller det här med. Jag kan inte hämta. Oh yeah, hämta.
Hey, that's one five-side flash.
Okay. It's there. Make sure you take the ball here at the slot, all right? Trust your instincts, okay? Fellas, push the ball to offense. Push it, get it out, get to the
corners, run the floor. Let's go. Okay, here we go.
Thank you very much. Dankeschön an die Alba Dancers.
We overheard some of the tactical comments there from Craig Peterson. He said, push the ball on the offense, make the ball move. I think that's what his players have been doing a pretty good job of so far, but he just wants more of it. Not a bad score there. 24-19, only 5-point lead there for Germany. Iceland is very much hanging in there.
And they're hanging in there on the back of their number 9, George. Unsurprising to us, we know his quality, but he's scoring here at the top table of competition. Stephenson with 9 points for Team Iceland. We'll pass inside to Pleiss. You can see how Pleiss is gang guarded by blue jerseys. He misses the baby jump shot.
It is not easy for Tibor Pleiss because immediately after receiving the ball and landing on the floor, he was surrounded by 3 players, so he could not compose himself.
Now Pleiss has to turn to his defensive responsibilities, does well. Clears the boards and gives it to Schroeder.
That was a gutsy shot right there by Derek. Does that count right there?
Well, I thought the foul was... It is going to count, George. I want to see this again. I thought the foul was a long way from the basket, but the referees say that Schroeder had started his movement to the basket.
That's what the rule is right here. If you start in motion. Yeah, I think it's the right call because he was on his way. No. That's the right call by the referee. He was in the act of shooting.
Once you commence your act of shooting, the referee awards the basket.
Another aggressive move there by Dennis Schroeder.
So Schroeder goes to the charity stripe to tag on his and one.
There's no question right there that he is so gifted and talented in the open court. But I think he's doing a pretty good job of directing the team as well.
Taking on the responsibility of the point guard. Iceland now share the ball around the perimeter. Ermolinski passes behind his back. Draws the foul here on Zipser. We were talking earlier, George, off air about Schroeder's rise to prominence. He came up with the Bounce Strike Club. Am I saying that right?
Yep. Got drafted in the first round, 17th, I believe. Spent a year in the NBDL, and then exploded in the big leagues in the NBA. Getting almost in double figures, 9.8 points, 5 assists. But last season with Atlanta, what a season he had.
You've been doing your homework.
I tried it. Yeah. You yourself are walking encyclopedia, so I gotta hang it in there with you.
Iceland. That shot just strikes the front of the rim. Zipser with the rebound, and Schroeder.
That was Paulson again, just immediately after receiving the ball, looking at the basket, sizing it up, and letting the 3 go.
Inside to Zipser. Zipser contorts his body, he can't convert. Paulson with the rebound.
Really did not have his balance there for Zipser.
Let's talk about this, George, because Paulson on the floor with 3 fouls. Is Peterson gonna roll the dice a little bit here?
I think so. I think it is clear by now that the depth is not there with Iceland. And he's just taking chances because the momentum is not bad for Team Iceland. So he's just going with the guys that have been in the flow. Let's see if the gamble pays off, because it is a gamble to have a player with 3 fouls on, still with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. 4 seconds to shoot. This time it does not work there for Jon Stefansson. He had to take a last-second shot.
Schroeder with the dribble drive. Iceland don't stand on ceremony. They come right back. Stefansson to the corner. This time Germany really close out. This unfortunate now, George, just talk about this because Pavel Ermolinski has Tibor Pleiss running him at him. A hard skill for a big guy, but just traveled a little bit too early.
I think that Pavel Ermolinski, as we see the replay of Dennis Schroeder exploding to the basket, I think that Pavel Ermolinski just needs to calm down a little bit. He's made a few mental mistakes that I think that he should not be making it on this level. If he just takes a deep breath and relaxes, I think that will make a big difference to his game. Because he's got talent, he's got potential.
Well, as we approach the midway mark, Germany's still looking for their first double-digit lead. Gavel to Schroeder in the corner, no good. Paulson with the rebound.
Big man pushing it up the court.
3 on the way, and that's good. The man just off the bench, Martin Hermanson, welcome to the ballgame. His first touch, and he knocks down a 3.
What a shot. First time touching the ball, just shooting the shot and connecting with the first shot.
Iceland just won't go away. They trail by 6. Schroeder to Zipser. Zipser's 3, and he puts it.
That was a good ball movement. And Zipser, he's capable. We saw him muscling the ball on the inside, but he can also step outside.
Sigurdsson to Ermolinski. Ermolinski lets a 3 go. That strikes the iron. And that's on Gabel with the rebound for Germany. Gabel throws to the lane. And Ermolinski sends it back. Iceland now in transition.
He did not have his balance right there. Got the ball started away. And that's a charge right there. Alex Kane taking a charge for the team. Good defensive play right there.
Both ends, you get a block on one end and a charge on the other. Here's a block by Ermolinski.
That was easy block right there, and this is the charge. So 2 good plays there for Germany and Coach Fleming. You saw there on the screen, applauding his team.
4 Minuten, 7 Sekunden noch bis zur Halbzeitpause.
Supporting his teammates on the bench. Right now, Germany with a novel 9-point lead. They just can't get it to double digits.
I'm looking at the stat sheet. 10 players for Team Germany on the court in the first half. That's a good sign there for Coach Fleming.
Spacek with the 3. That's no good. Weiss with the rebound. Weiss always brings a party. Whenever he gets it, he's joined by 3 blue jerseys.
Just collapses on D-board Weiss. It's not an easy game for him. He has to get accustomed to it.
Paulson with the scoop shot. That won't drop. You get a foul here. Is it on Price or Schroeder? It's going to go on Price.
Number 11, Tibor Pleiss.
And that's a classic. Dennis Schroeder was just, you saw him talking to the D-board Pleiss. He's just saying, make for a calm down. Just take your time. We're going to space out. We're going to show yourself to you, but I think they're just going to do a better job because honestly, I didn't really see anybody open. I think that the teammates of D-board Pleiss are going to do a better job of showing themselves to him. When he's triple teamed, you cannot just stand in one place. You got to make it count. Make yourself available.
Always looking to create an angle so the guy with the ball can see you. Spacing the floor out.
I know that Schroeder is right, but I didn't see anybody cutting or spacing up.
Now, hang on, you're just coming to the defense of the big guys, aren't you? You're part of that union, the big guys union.
No, he couldn't do anything there. And he just ended up with a turnover.
Well, here's Paulson at the line. He's with the Laboral Cucha Victorian Club in Spain. He makes both free throws. Keeping Iceland in touch.
Good game for him, 8 points. Second highest score after Stephenson for Iceland.
Here's Schroeder in the lane. His shot's up and good.
He is showing some dexterity. We saw him shooting from the outside. I mean, nobody doubts his penetration skills, but this is just lightning quick.
Stephenson back in the game for Iceland. This Hermanson, he made the last 3. That one's no good. And here comes Schroeder for the Germans. Benzik back in the game. He'll throw it into Nowitzki. Nowitzki wants Spacek to move. Nowitzki off the window. George.
He balled it back right there, Liam. What a smooth shot right there by Dirk Nowitzki. He's getting in his groove.
Beautiful shot by the number 14 for Germany. Iceland sticking to their offensive strategy. That 3 off the mark by Rinsen. Now Germany a chance really to open things up. Schroeder gets called for travel.
It's double-digit lead right now, 35-24, even before the travel by Schroeder. So I think that right now they just want to take care of the ball and just preserve the double-digit lead. Go to the locker with a double-digit lead. It's a completely different story. 8-9 point lead.
The check in the game now for Germany is a player who is playing collegiately. Odo Lowe, number 4 for Germany, replaces Schroeder. Lowe plays for Colombia. What a summer it's going to be for him. World University Games, now at Eurobasket.
We saw him warming up. I mean, he's an athlete. Oh, look at Stephenson right here, just putting a screw right there with Heiko Safarczyk.
Little up and under by Stephenson. He goes off the window. He's got double digits.
That's a big man move. He's not supposed to know that, right?
Come on now, don't you be telling the guards they're making big man moves, huh? Speaking of big men, here's Nowitzki. His turn.
What a shot.
That's an air ball. Lowe comes up with it. Oh, a little change of gears. He'll back it out. Calls the play. Germany getting their half-court set. Zitzer, he lets a three go. No good. Iceland playing their boards. Trailed by 11.
I think for sure they will try to set up the half-court play and try to cut it down to single digits. That's their game plan.
Stephenson keeps the dribble alive. Hermanson. This three on the way by Livingston. No good. Long rebound. Schwarzig. Schwarzig in the open court. Fan out. Slow things down for Germany. So we have just 1 minute to play here in the opening half of the opening game of Eurobasket 2015.
And I see just Dirk getting in his rhythm now. He looks a lot more fluid. He looks a lot more confident. Look at it right here. He feels the contact with his left shoulder, spins to the baseline. He's fouled. Great move by Dirk. That was the last shot. That's confidence right here.
Well, he was a facilitator, wasn't he, George Dirk Nowitzki in the first quarter, sharing the ball and now maybe taking on the responsibility of scoring.
And I think even for himself, it was not easy to get going. He's facing Iceland. You've never seen or heard of these players before, and they are triple teaming you. I mean, they are just all over the place. So I think even for Dirk, it has taken a while to get adjusted to.
Benzing will come out to be replaced by Alex King. 13 points. The difference between the two teams as Hermanson gets it across the midcourt stripe. And just a little bit of experience from Hermanson. He tried to throw a pass to Stephenson. And George, there's a little coach speak for you. What do you catch the ball with? You catch it with your eyes. You got to see the pass coming.
That's right. Heard that one before.
Here's Zipser on the wing for Germany as they try to extend their lead. And I think Nowitzki might have taken some exception to some contact there.
He doesn't like it, I don't think, by the look in his eyes. He didn't appreciate that little shot by the elbow to his low back. He was cutting through the lane. They're not giving him anything for free.
Not at all. We expect this from Iceland. You know, George, I saw
Look at that right there. Number 14. That's Gunnarsson.
Foul on Gunnarsson. I was able to see Iceland in the qualifications, George. They played against Great Britain in London. And they play with such cohesiveness, such togetherness, such esprit de corps. You know, they really play very hard.
Great story for them to get over here. I saw the photos after they qualified for Eurobasket. Just pure joy.
Well, Nowitzki trying to spread some misery as he tacks on 2 free throws.
I think that Dirk is just taking care of business.
Transition opportunity for Iceland off the mark. Now with a 15-point lead, Germany trying to stamp their authority on this one. Coach Fleming wants to slow things down and get the shot late in the shot clock. You can see low and no hurry for Germany. Shot clock at 10. Ball screen by Nowitzki. Nowitzki re-screens. I think he wanted the ball sooner. And now he'll let it fly. That's off the mark.
As you said, I think just giving the ball too late.
The score at the end of the first half in the opening game here for Berlin Eurobasket 2015. It is Germany 21, Iceland 26.
Now the halftime break for 15 minutes. Please come back.
Well, George, maybe your thoughts on the first half of basketball as we look at the statistics. Certainly Iceland came out and played well in the first quarter. And midway through the second quarter, Germany started to really get themselves on top.
Well, I think that Iceland deserves a lot of credit for what they showed in the first half. But as you said, I think for 15 minutes they were just head-to-head with Germany, just making it very unpleasant for favorite Germany to play this game. But last 5 minutes, I think that the experience, the depth, and the size of Germany is showing.
Und es ist gleich soweit und jetzt kommt sie, die Dunking Show. The Dunking Show presented by
They have to do that, don't they? They
Beko.
have to minimize all their errors. As we get a look at some of the game leaders.
You got Jon Stefansson playing and Dirk Nowitzki on the other side, 12 points, 11. Dennis Schroeder with 11 also. Just good combo there for Germany as we expected.
Just the nerves of Hermelinsky with his 2 turnovers you talked about early.
Some small things that happen on the side of Iceland. A lot of inexperience, maybe still players not used to play at this level just cost them dearly.
We'll take a break from Berlin. Come back and join us for second half action in 10 minutes.
Die Dunking Show presented by Beko. Und wir klatschen zusammen für den nächsten Act der Jungs mit dem Beko Kühlschrank. Alle Hände in Bewegung hier in der Arena der Eurobasket 2015 in Berlin. Let's go! Applaus für die Dunking Show, presented by Beko. Die Jungs werden natürlich noch öfter zu Gast sein während dem Spiel hier der Eurobasket 2015.
Plätze. 3 Minuten beginnt hier das dritte Spielviertel. So please come back to your seats. 3 minutes coming up, quarter number 3.
Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Arena in the capital city of Germany. This game day 1 in the 39th edition of the European Championships of Basketball. This is Eurobasket 2015. My name is Liam Canyon, joined in the commentary booth by my partner, George Zidek. At the moment, the halftime score between Germany and Iceland. The Germans lead by 15, 41-26. George, if you're Coach Peterson of the Iceland team, what do you need to do to get yourself back in the game?
Well, I think they just have to do well what they did in the first 15 minutes and keep the same energy. I think it's about attitude, and if you have the stamina to stay with the same enthusiastic level as they played in the first 15 minutes. Also, I think that the Germans are starting to get accustomed to the style of play of Icelandic players, so it's going to be harder and harder for Iceland to hang in the game.
That style of play, very much space the floor, shoot a lot of threes. We saw Iceland sometimes start threes up in transition. They're going to live and die by the outside shot.
But they cannot make easy mistakes. If they made some easy mistakes, Germany starts punishing them. It's going to be a long, long day there for the Cinderella story of the Eurobasket 2015. Iceland, first time ever in history.
Speaking of Cinderella stories, the Iceland players are trying to draw on the inspiration of their football team. The Iceland football team won on Thursday night in the European qualifier against the Netherlands. Right now, the basketball version of the Iceland national team trying to pull off an upset here in Germany. Nowitzki, his first shot no good, and Pleiss with the rebound. Germany come out with Anton Gavel, Tibor Pleiss, Paul Zipser, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dennis Schroeder as their starting 5.
That is so difficult there for Bidenson to box out against Tibor Pleiss. That's good 15, 17 centimeters difference between the two players, and if it's a long rebound, it is almost impossible to get it from Tibor Pleiss's hands.
Well, Pleiss thought about it. He looked at his feet. Here's a steal. Iceland to the basket, and they're going to first dunk of the afternoon. Ascended home by Herder Willemsen, and he emotes.
He was fired up right there after the steal, and it was another turnover there by Tibor Pleiss. He's just looking a little shaky there when distributing the ball or passing it out.
Here's Gavel. Ball pass inside, intended for Pleiss, off the mark. Germany with a little slow start. They've turned it over twice in 2 possessions.
Well, I was asking if Iceland's going to have the energy and the stamina, but look at that right here. The first 2 possessions, they are just off to the races.
So good start by Iceland to try to get themselves back in the game. Paulson spills it momentarily. Stephenson trying to lose Gavel. He'll rise over it. Got it! Oh, John Stephenson with the 3.
But did you see him just size up the defender in Gavel? Just take it, just whoop, just shoot it right over him.
jab step from Stephenson. Stephenson opened up space for the three.
But he's playing with so much confidence. It's unbelievable.
Got a foul away from the ball. That's on Middleton. Second. Right now, Stephenson with 13 points. The only player in double digits for Iceland. As you see that replay. Applies, top of the key. Schroeder. Little touch pass inside the place. And the help side, and this is important now for Iceland, John. It's a foul on Stephenson. I think that's his third.
Yep, from the weak side. Jon Stephenson comes a step too late, but this is how you use your size. You set pick and roll with the biggest guy, you send him to the basket, and then you just throw it up. Great play by Dennis Schroeder. He put it up. That's where you just go get it, big fella. Don't throw it down. We give a chance to the small players to deflect the pass.
Beautiful pass! And Timo Kleist finishes off the pass by Schlotzing.
That was a high percentage shot, would you say?
I think so, absolutely. Good execution by the Germans. It's Anton Galvo. My apologies on the assist. Stephenson lines up an outside shot. That's no good.
Instead of Paulson, that would be number 4.
It is on Paulson. His foul as he attempts the offensive rebound.
That's his youth right there. That's inexperience, because if you got 3 fouls, it was one of the notes that I make at halftime. That could have been a key factor. Now it is. He's picking up his 4th foul. He got 8 points, and he showed some good basketball there in the first half. So he's gonna be missed. And it's only 2 minutes played in the second half. So this is way too early to pick up the 4th foul.
Well, Jakob Sigurdsson comes in to spell Paulson. You can see Schroeder gets it across the midcourt strike for Germany.
Holding foul against Nowitzki. Oh, that's an easy call. I'm sorry, I was looking at it. Ermolinski is not happy about the call, but he was just hugging Nowitzki. Look at that right here. Both hands, both right here. That is easy call. You got 3 referees out there, Pavel. You cannot do that.
Well, Ermolinski showing some immaturity in the first half, and now a foul here, which sends Germany to the free throw line. George, and we've only played 2 minutes in the third quarter, and Germany already are in the penalty.
But look at Dirk. He's missed his 3rd free throws in the game.
Nowitzki with 12 points, make that 13 on that free throw. Williamson gets it across half court for Iceland. Makes a 14-point deficit. Williamson mid-range jumper, smooth as you like. He knocks down the deuce.
That's a nice play right there. He just worked the pick and roll, shot it off the dribble. And I saw Anton Galvo is really picking up his defense off the ball on Stephenson.
Pass. Nowitzki loves to operate in the mid-post. He'll skip it across. Extra pass to Schroeder. He'll put it on the deck. Oh, my heavens! Dennis Schroeder. A little bit of English, and it drops it.
What a shot right there. That's a teardrop. He put it off the board so high.
Backdoor cut. Kick to the corner. Steffenson's got to check his feet. Sigurdsson, his pass to the corner. Nowitzki with a block. Can Germany turn it into transition points? Schroeder. Pass just a little bit too strong.
Those 2 players. Nowitzki here on the defensive player. Look at that right here. Just make sure there's no shot taken. Starts a fast break, but unfortunately the pass was not well executed.
Look at Coach Fleming, whose team right now have a 14-point cushion. Stephenson gets the handoff, goes in the lane, and draws the foul.
And speaking of Coach Fleming, what an interesting story. Started as a player in the mid-90s in Quakenbrück, played a few years in the 2nd division, then transferred to be a coach of the youth program, made it to the seniors, made a name for himself in the 1st division with Quakenbrück, then went on to Bamberg. Didn't coach last year, had the luxury of being the head coach of the national team. and now he's signed as the assistant coach with the Denver Nuggets. So what a success story there for Chris Fleming.
He started his collegiate career, George, at UConn, did 1 year at UConn, and then transferred to Richmond University, where he played the rest of his collegiate career. Now he's trying to get a win on his home court.
Okay, we got Johannes Voigtmann there, number 77, a young center there for Germany.
Just checked into the game here in the second half. Good curl here from Anton Gobble. He goes down Main Street, lays it up and in.
That's a tough shot right there. He took a lot of contact on that shot.
Hard-nosed play by Gobble. Speaking of hard-nosed, Stephenson rims out. I don't think he quite got his feet set on that release.
And look at Schroeder just controlling the tempo. That's an offensive foul, Voigtmann. You have to be happy about your big man just running down the floor and just posting up aggressively. So I don't think that Coach Fleming's going to make a big issue about it. Look at the replay right here.
Yeah, you can see Coach Fleming gave him a hand, and you can see that's been ingrained in you in your own playing days, George. Run down the floor and put somebody on your back in the paint.
This is what you like to see from a big man.
Oh, easy basket inside by Iceland.
And that's a great cut by Stefansson. You see right here, the players know about each other. They know where they're cutting, where they should be. You saw the spacing. There was nobody underneath the basket, open space, and Stefansson makes the cut.
Kick to the corner. Anton Gobble three, rims out.
That was a good shot. Gobble was wide open in the corner.
Here's the foul here by Voigtmann, who commits the transition foul. It's such a big part of the game now, isn't it, George? That teams pretty much automatically are going to foul in any transition opportunity, so they don't give up numbers on the break.
No easy baskets. I remember we used to have a T-shirt made up by our coach at UCLA when I was playing college. No easy baskets. Our coach just hated that.
Pass inside. Is it good?
Look at the play right here. What a gutsy pass right here by Stefansson. And Willemsen makes a layup right in the heart of German defense. Look at that.
He's got Nowitzki on his back, and he scores in Schroeder. Well, there might be some tweets going out on Twitter tonight as Williamson scores. Over Nowitzki will take a break in the action. It's 48-38. Germany leads Iceland here in Berlin. George, it's been a good passage of play from Iceland. They've got themselves within 10 and a chance to make a free throw.
I would say it's an understatement because they're up. They're leading in this quarter by 5 points. It was a 15-point game at half. Now we're down to 10. So Iceland taking charge in the third quarter.
So what's the mentality now? Coming out of the change room, George, you're down 15. By the time the fourth quarter starts, where do you want to be?
And you forgot to mention that Paulsen, one of the key players there for the Icelandic side, picked up his fourth foul 2 minutes into the second half. So without one of your key players, and you're still cutting down the lead. So I think you just want to stay with it. Stay with it. I think I see more motion here from Iceland. Everybody is running around the floor. They are spacing, but they are cutting all the time. So it's difficult for Germany to find their players on defense.
Well, Williamson has a chance now to trim the deficit to 9. He does just that.
And a single-digit lead only for Germany, 48-39.
Williamson now with 8 points as they approach the midway mark. And some zone defense here from Iceland, our first zone in the game.
I think they have to do that to throw a different look, but also save some fouls.
Into the short corner. Voigtmann's shot is short. So the zone pays dividends for Iceland.
That's a difficult shot there for Voigtmann because he cut underneath the basket and his momentum was going the other way when he was taking the shot.
Germany staying there man-to-man defense. Williamson's shot is short. Picks up that long rebound that we've been talking about all day.
But you have to make sure if you struggle to box out your guy, even if he's taking the shot. But look at Willemsen. He is just fired up after making an A1 play underneath the basket over Nowitzki. He is just driving relentlessly to the basket. Right here, taking the bomb, going between the big guys against Voigtman. No problem there, Liam.
Well, I think he's annoyed that he missed his shot, but he's hurt himself and tripped to the line.
Well, if you watch the bench of Iceland, those guys are fired up. I mean, they got each other's back. It is not a cliche there for Team Iceland.
And that's exactly what I saw when I saw them in the qualification in London. They had the national flag laid out on the floor next to them on the bench, really playing with great verve and great spirit. Unfortunately, Williamson misses both free throws.
Germany just got to settle down, play their game.
Iceland stay in the zone. That's exactly what you want from Germany. Schroeder bisects the two defenders, just couldn't get his shot to fall. Mid-range jumper up, that's good! Well, Jakob Sigurdsson with the mid-range jumper, and Iceland are hanging tough.
They are on the roll right now. And I think that Germany's gonna start playing team basketball. One guy is playing, 4 are watching. This one was the case on Schroeder's last shot.
Nowitzki in the high post, a long three from Anton Gabel, no good.
That's a great shot for Iceland because Gabel was shooting from good 8 meters.
Iceland penetrate, pitch, extra pass, such a part of the way they play. That shot, no good.
And that was a good shot right there by Ermolinski.
Iceland are within 7. Germany trying to extend that lead. Nowitzki, turn around, no good. Defy can't keep it alive for Germany. Back come Iceland. Willemsen with a 3, no good.
That was a quick shot right here. I think that Willemsen could have pulled it out and set up a better shot than that.
He's playing on emotion right now, isn't he? Here's a steal. It's Hermansen with the steal in the open court. Sigurdsson kicks. And right now, Stephenson on the bench for Iceland. He's getting a much-needed break as his team stay close. Dribble drive, up the window, no good. Germany now with numbers.
They got to run. They should go for the easy basket.
Anton Gabel goes to the rim.
They do. This is what you do against aggressive defense Iceland's been playing. You have to punish them. Go for an easy basket. If you have a chance, run and score.
Germany did just that. Gabel gets on the end of a pass with Schroeder. And now, Iceland. They're the cuts that you talk about there, George. The deep basket cuts. 3 on the way. Oh, it rims out for Hermansen.
That's bad luck there for Iceland because they had a few shots with good looks, but just could not make it.
Schroeder kicks to Giffey. Giffey, his shot no good. And Voigtman picks up the trash and lays it up and in.
That's a good break there for Voigtman because he's had tough couple breaks of turning the ball over, missing some shots, and getting scored over. So it's good for the big man to make something positive.
So as quick as that, Germany have reestablished their double-digit lead. Williamson on the curl cut. Maybe made a little extra pass. I thought he could have perhaps laid it in there, George.
But maybe this is just a little bit too crazy of a tempo. I know Iceland wants to play quick, but you don't want to be in a hurry. Be quick, but don't be in a hurry.
Now you're showing your UCLA colors because that's a quote from John Wooden. Wow, you tested me on that one. I know that. Okay, we'll take a break in the action as the teams go to their benches. It's Germany 52, Iceland 41.
For the official mascot of Eurobasket 2015. Gib ihm ein warm welcome. Ein herzliches Willkommen unseren offiziellen Frankie.
We're going back and showing zone when they pass it to this guy and he starts
And here
to
we are,
dribble.
George. Look at that,
man.
15 points.
So this forward get on
turnovers.
him. Don't let Schroeder have it back.
Germany.
And then we got to
That's
step
a great
up from the high
sign
post.
for your defense because they've been really trying in the second half, especially to overplay the lanes.
Keep the tempo
They are
going.
overplaying the lanes and they're getting steals and getting down for easy baskets. And Germany, gotta be careful. They just have to take care of the ball.
Germany with 10 turnovers. This doesn't surprise us, does it? This is rebounding differential.
But it's not so bad, 33 to 26. I think that it is not so bad for Iceland. If you look at the court, the Germans are half a head or a head taller than their opposing players. So I think that this is not a bad difference. Look at that right now. Who is the center? I'm looking at the squad in blue, and I think pretty much they can switch from position 1 to position 5 defensively, which is very difficult to play against. Okay, I think teams are going to find it difficult to play against Iceland because it is something that they have never faced before.
Iceland change up the defense. Come out in some man-to-man. It's Niels Gefai with the send it home on a backdoor alley-oop.
This is what you like to see if you came to Mercedes-Benz Arena, if you're a German fan.
To the low post. That shot no good. Benzing with the rebound. Germany. Schwatzing. Goodbye inside to Voigtman. This baby hook is good.
Look at Voigtman right there, just shaking off two defenders like, get off me, flies. I'm taking it in. He steps through. What a powerful move there by young Johannes Voigtman.
Exactly what your big guy you want to do in transition. Get in the lane and put somebody on your back. Backdoor cut here from Iceland. And it just wouldn't drop. And the offensive philosophy is changing a bit here for Iceland, George, in this half, isn't it? They're getting more cutters to the basket, looking for more backdoor cuts.
And stretching it out. You have to stretch it out to have the back cutters, because if everybody is congested, then you cannot cut. Look at the nice alley-oop dunk right there by Gefai. Good back screen. It was Benzing, I believe, who set the back screen.
Schwatzing put the ball right on the platter. And Gefai knocked it down. Free throw off the mark for Iceland.
If there's one thing that is hurting also Iceland, is missed free throws. They have missed quite a bit of free throws.
I'm just looking at the stats now, George. They are 7 for 15. Less than 50% from the floor.
And the key word is free throws. They are free. Nobody's guarding you.
Here's Karsten Tada.
First time in the game. Yep.
Schwatzing snaps a pass to Gefai in the corner. Gefai with a three. He shows he can score him inside and out.
Look at Gefai just stretching out the defense to the corner. This is what you have to do. Great play by the young player.
Germany reestablished that 15-point lead. There's the backdoor cut. Paulsen got it. Oh, that's a hard-nosed bucket by Paulsen.
That's a tough shot, because I don't know if it was Tada who just got there defensively on time, I thought. And Paulsen, with 4 fouls, took the contact, was able to lay it in off the glass.
Schwatzing to Gefai in the corner. Good closeout by Stefansson. The shot's no good. Great defense by Johan Stefansson as he closed out the shooter. But at the end of the third quarter of play, for the flashes that Iceland have shown, would you believe Germany have extended their lead? They now lead by 16. It's Germany 59, Iceland 43.
Also von Peak zu gewinnen. Wir haben 2 Kandidaten, und zwar einmal im weißen T-Shirt, der Matti, 10 Jahre alt. Hallo Matti, wie geht's dir? Sehr gut. Feuerst du Deutschland an?
Well, George, here are some statistics that tell the story of the game so far.
Well, the story of the last 3 minutes was 11-4 run by Germany. When Iceland cut it down to 9 points, it was 48-39. Germany just took over with smart basketball. They composed and played their game. And the result is 59-43, 16-point lead at the end of third quarter. I think you have to give praise to Iceland. They played some hard-nosed basketball, got back themselves into the game, but just like in the second quarter, they could do it for 6 minutes, 7 minutes, but they cannot do it for 10 minutes in a
Come
quarter.
off the UCLA to get it down there.
To play
Right?
40 minutes.
Hey, let's look for this one. When we screen, a good screen there.
Play 40 minutes
Okay, see if
consistently.
we get that one.
You get inside the
Keep
bubble
it
of,
going.
the Iceland team. Coach Peterson. Some images from action throughout the day. Some Iceland fans who are sitting behind us.
There's actually a lot of fans here.
Absolutely. In fact, we just had the attendance in the arena today, George. It's 12,500 fans here in the Mercedes-Benz Arena. What a great opening start to this Eurobasket 2015.
It's great to see a full arena, excited people standing. I mean, if you look at the section behind the German basket, they've been just standing, cheering, drumming relentlessly for 50 minutes before the game, as you said before. They're going to go out there and just say, hey guys, come on, calm down. We still got 50 minutes to go before the game, but they just kept going.
Well, this is the arena where Alba Berlin play their home games, and German league basketball really in the ascendancy as well. Alba Berlin, Bayern Munich, with some EuroLeague experience.
Bamberg.
That's right, Bamberg, exactly right, EuroLeague experience. Welcome back to the action. Germany with a 16-point lead. They led by 15 at the end of the first half. This is an Iceland team that has shown they're just not going to give up. They're going to play you all the way, start to finish. First possession to Iceland. To Stephenson on the baseline. Stephenson backing down. Tarda rises over Carsten Tada. Carsten Tada, good defense.
That was a great defense by Tada. I thought Stephenson had him. He was going to shake him to the middle, but Tada stayed right with him.
Good find, top of the key. Uses the screen. Fencing, touch pass inside. And no surprise here, George, that Germany really pressing their advantage, trying to get touches to the bigs inside.
But you know what I like by Coach Fleming? That he stayed with Voigtman. He had first rough 2 minutes on the court, but he just stayed with him. And this is what they say about Coach Fleming. He can create great atmosphere, great chemistry with his players. And I think this shows right here with Voigtman.
At 22 years old, Voigtman's a young talent. Players need to grow in confidence. Here's a steal. It's Paulson with the steal. He's fouled in transition by Tada.
Immediately fouled, so there's no easy basket because there was a situation of 3-on-1. So it's stopped by foul.
There's the steal. The foul by Tada. Iceland with the possession now, trying to trim this deficit. Germany have played man-to-man defense the whole way throughout. 3 on the way. Just wouldn't drop.
It was Gunnarsson there with the shot. Tough shot over defense, but he had a good look there for a second.
Benzing.
Isolation.
Benzing looking up and under. Pass inside the Voigtman, who lays it up and in.
That was a great pass right there because it was up and under. I thought most of the players were thinking the shot was going up by Robin Benzing, but he makes a great pass down to Voigtman.
It's the 16th assist for the Germans. Really a team effort today. They're really sharing the basketball.
And this is what you have to do. You have to calm down. Take the aggressiveness of Iceland. It is not easy. It is easier said here from the commentator's booth than out there on the floor because Iceland is everywhere. Active feet, active hands. But this is what you have to do. Calm down.
Stephenson manages to retain possession. Oh, terrific shot driving down the lane by Gunnarsson.
Over Voigtman. I mean, that was a tough shot, a floater in the air. Tell you what, Iceland is not scared.
Still trying to hang in there. Germany haven't sealed the game yet. Benzing rolls down the lane. His scoop shot won't drop. But he's got a foul, and if it's on Paulson, it's his 5th.
They called it, no, I think they called it travel. I thought it was a foul by Paulson, but on the spin right there, I thought the referee saw a travel. This was the play before.
That's Gunnarsson. Look at him, he gets the ball out over the upstretched hands of Voigtman.
But even Voigtman was just looking at the shot. He thought maybe it's not even going in, so he did not really contest that.
Stephenson uses the ball screen, rises, mid-range jumper, good. And that is food and drink for John Stephenson.
That's money right there. So smooth off the dribble. Young Stephenson just showing some great basketball here.
Stephenson with 19 points. Tries to keep his team in this game. Gobble. Benzing from the charity stripe, no good. Mason gonna stop. We've got somebody on the floor. It looks like it's Benzing. George, he goes right for his ankle.
Yeah, he landed. I thought he landed on the foot of his defender. Because it was kind of a step-back shot right there by Robin Benzing. And the defenders just slid underneath him. This is what happens in basketball sometimes when defending players really aggressive and doesn't try to go for the shot block. He just slides under, tries to make you shoot over him.
Well, what I think is interesting here in this injury, we hope Benzing recovers. I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, right here, you saw that right here. It was number 6, Gunnarsson.
George, all of the German players came off the bench onto the floor. You don't see that often, do you? They all came onto the floor to help Benzing come up.
I think it's special. National anthems in the beginning, full house. Dirk Nowitzki coming back. I think that everybody that is here talking about players, talking about fans. I mean, this is a special event, this Eurobasket. Opening night, Germany versus Iceland. Very much an interesting game, Liam.
Good start. We have 2 more games to come here in Group B, the group of death. Stay with us throughout the day. Stephenson draws a foul here on Tada.
Not easy to play defense there for Carsten Tada on Jon Stefansson. He is always aggressive. I mean, you cannot leave him for a second because he's going to put it up. I think 8 meters in, that's his range for Jon Stefansson. Mentally, he thinks he can shoot that. And this is most important. You know, physically, he can do that all day here. But he's got a mindset that he's going to do it.
Well, Tada comes out. And Iceland now trying to score this trip down the floor. A three's up and good by Magnuson, and we hear the Iceland fans behind us rise to their feet, George. They haven't given up hope yet.
That was a shot from the center. And a charge right here, taken by Stefansson.
Unbelievable. Stephenson got himself in early foul trouble. Puts his body on the line here.
But this is a team defense. Because it was Williamson that was beat off the dribble. And Stefansson immediately comes there and helps his teammate, takes a charge.
We'll take a break in the action. Germany lead by 11.
They were setting up this double back cut here. Der immer der hat, von unten kannst du runter. Hast du den gehabt? Nee. Mit Stefansson. Wir wollten den hier und dann Backcut. Hey, defense!
And George, we're talking about how Iceland have to play almost a flawless game. We've taken them to task. They've missed their free throws, but they've been really good with the basketball. Just 8 turnovers so far.
8 turnovers and 13 on Germany. I mean, this is the story. They've been the aggressive team for most of the game. Unfortunately for Iceland, not all of the game. But they are putting a lot of pressure on Germany, and Germans are not finding it easy to break the pressure of Iceland.
Well, as part of their preparations, the Iceland team won the silver medal. As we see Robin Benzing, we hope he recovers.
That would be a huge loss there, Liam, because he had a great game. He did not just shoot the ball well and score 6 points, but he distributed the ball and he played some good basketball. He was valuable for his team. Look at the pass right here to Voigtman. I mean, he did a lot of good things there for his team. This was the injury right here. Let's hope it's a light sprain.
Goes right to his ankle. Let's hope he can recover. Still plenty of time left in this one. There's a cut to the basket. Mid-range jumper, no good. And a rebound claimed by Baringson over Nowitzki.
Well, it's the same situation. Dirk just did not bounce out Baringson.
Stephenson kicks. He draws the foul. Stephenson has proven himself to be a real handful for the German defenders.
But look at his eyes. I mean, when he looks at you, you know he is on. I mean, that's a competitor there with Jon Stefansson. How about Greg Peterson? He's got to be proud of his group.
Oh, absolutely. Stephenson steps to the line. So, as I started to say, Iceland, as part of their preparations, played in the games for the small European nations, and they won the silver medal, losing to Montenegro, a country with a lot of basketball tradition. Stephenson makes both free throws.
6 minutes 22 to go in the game, and we are down to single digits. Iceland just hanging in there, refusing to lose and go away.
They just won't go away. Germany trying to extend their lead. Schroeder comes back into the game. He gets the ball top of the key. He's been the facilitator. Schroeder lays it up and in. Ficknugan, the love driving.
And he took advantage because Paulson with 4 fouls was playing defense on him. And right there, he just could not be as aggressive as he wanted. So easy to lay over him.
Steal. It's King with the steal. Alex King, he lays it up and in.
All the way, great defense by King. We saw him being very active defensively in the first half. And again, Alex King shows how he can play defense. This is what he can provide for the German team. Come off the bench, provide energy. Right here, deflection, coast to coast. Alex King just lays it in.
Schroeder's coming up. Full demand.
Well, George, this is the kind of timeout a coach doesn't want to have to call. You've just come out of a timeout. You gave up 4 points in quick succession, and you find yourself right back in a timeout situation.
And I think if Iceland, the coaching staff, they analyze this game, they will see that there were 1, 2, and 3 minute lapses of the team. And you cannot afford that in a tournament like Eurobasket. At this level, you cannot have mental lapses lasting that long. I think it has hurt Iceland because they had some superb moments. They had 5-minute stretches. They did very much hand in hand there, face to face against Germany. But then,
That's all George was going to say. This stat doesn't surprise us. 70% of Germany's points coming from inside the paint.
they do, but I would say that Iceland did a hell of a job to prevent those shots from being taken. Once Germany was able to get the ball in there, then it was a high percentage shot. But so much pressure from Iceland didn't make it easy for Germany to put the ball down low, because otherwise it would be a 30-point game.
So many times in the first half, didn't we, how Iceland collapsed on the basketball in the post. Now Stephenson rises for the three. Got it! Oh! Paul Stephenson coming on a timeout. Knocks down the three.
Do you think they draw that out right there, Liam? I'm not sure. I think it was a long two. I think they're counting only 2 points. He stepped on the line, but what a gutsy play there by young Stephenson.
The measure of a good offensive timeout is, can you come out of it and execute an offense? As Nowitzki, his eye-arching shot drops.
Oh, that's an answer right there by Dirk Nowitzki. What a marquee shot. I mean, he can do anything off the dribble.
From the elbow, good. Williamson, he's acquitting himself very well today. Williamson with 10 points.
He's having a great game.
Now he's going to dig in and defend Schroeder on the ball. I've been impressed, George, with the composure of Dennis Schroeder today. There's the crowd that Nowitzki brings. Schroeder's three, no good. King with the rebound, and King lays it up and in.
He's like a madman possessed right there. He just used his size, created a corner, and the offensive rebound fell his way. Great job by King.
Second offensive rebound and score by King. Iceland, they've got no quit in them. It's Byringson, the captain, with the three.
They spoke to the coaching staff about Byringson before the game, and he said he just represents our toughness. He is short, but he plays big. You saw it right there.
Schroeder with a crossover dribble. He's stripped. Comes out with it, kicks it back out to Gabo. No good. There's King again, making his presence known.
Oh, look at Alex King. He's just flying all over the place, above the rim. This is how you want your players to play, above the rim.
Backdoor cut. The pass intended for Paulson. Good idea. Just a little bit off the mark.
Great idea. We have seen so many backcuts taken by the Icelandic players. This will happen if you space the floor. This was Byringson with a three-pointer.
There's some of the Iceland fans who added so much to the atmosphere here. They're right behind us. They're strong in their numbers. They're all wearing the blue and white of Iceland. And their team, with 4 minutes to go, George, this game is far from over. Just 10 points in it.
In basketball, anything can happen with 4 minutes. You have a couple of trees and you're right there. So Germany better watch out and they take care of business. They just want to close this game out.
King, inside, down the gut. Look at the passing by Germany. King paused for a second. Maybe thought just a little bit about it.
Exactly, right there. You saw it. There was a tiny hesitation by Alex King. He feels more comfortable there on the inside. I don't think he really wanted to get the ball on the outside.
Last touch by Germany. So Iceland will get it across the midcourt stripe. Williamson. Got a foul here by Schroeder on the ball.
I think that Chris Fleming expected not an easy game. He said it before. He expects no easy games here at the Eurobasket, but I think he did not expect it. It will go down almost to the wire. I mean, the Germans just got to fight till the end. Hats off to the Icelandic players.
Well, absolutely. There's Williamson. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Schroeder comes back for Germany. Schroeder in no hurry. Changes the ball with King. He's got such a change of pace to Schroeder, doesn't he? He's so languid with the ball, you think you've got him defensively, and then all of a sudden, bang, changes gears and gets by you.
Drittes foul, third
Foul
foul.
here on Gunnarsson.
And look at the free throw situation. You mentioned it before. It's 10 for 18 for Iceland. If this is hurting them. 8 missed free throws. It's a difference.
There's the ball game right there. 8 points. Nowitzki wants it. He'll exchange the ball with Zitzer. Schroeder to Gobble. Gobble lines up a 3. No good. Stevenson with the rebound.
Gobble is having a very difficult shooting night tonight. He can knock them out, but today he just cannot find his mark.
Paris in the slide. Got it! Would you believe it? Iceland charged them within 2 possessions with 2:40 to play. Well, look at the German fans who rise to their feet as they try to get behind the team in the opener. Schroeder. Alex King, extra pass to the corner. Who wants to shoot it? Nowitzki. But Nowitzki's a long way from the basket.
Iceland's ball.
And this is not a good sign because nobody really wanted to shoot it. I mean, nobody wanted to take the responsibility. And I think this is where the Germans going to show some more maturity. They have to give the ball to Dirk and let him operate. They have to go to their go-to man, and it is Dirk Nowitzki. This was the last 3-pointer right there by Bayern, and this is the second one. And Iceland, what a game!
Well, it smiles all around for the Iceland fans as we take a break in the action. It's Germany 69, Iceland 63. Well, George, let's try to set the scene now. If you're Coach Peterson, we're inside Coach Fleming's timeout.
Coming up here,
your team is
after
down
you said it,
just 2 possessions.
get
Look
behind.
at the stats out here. It is just unbelievable. 7 for them, field goal with 70% percentage against Germany.
The floor, so they're shooting the lights out right now are the Icelandic players. But what's Coach Peterson saying to his team now, George, facing a 6-point deficit, 2 to play?
Just space out, play the motion game. No pressure. You cannot take pressure. You cannot allow the pressure to get to you. Stay with what's been good this quarter. Just everybody space out and play aggressive. You saw it right here. This is Barnes making his second 3-point in the quarter. But he's a big man. He plays with 5 points, but he spreads and stretches everything out. And concerned fans, concerned look on the faces of German fans.
Iceland now with a chance to trim the deficit. Stevenson, let's fly. No good. Long rebound. Stevenson picks it up. Look at Iceland. They've got 5 guys on the perimeter. Nobody inside. Stevenson uses the ball screen. He lets fly. That's no good.
But 2 good shots here for Iceland. Stevenson had great looks at the basket. Maybe a little bit of fatigue.
Important trip down the floor. Nowitzki, this is what you talked about, George. Give it to your franchise player. Let him go to work. Nowitzki's shot, no good. Bumped just enough.
Not a bad play by Germany. A lot better than what they did on the last 2-3 possessions.
Now, Iceland. Williamson trying to break down Schroeder. Stevenson. He's been the man who's done the scoring for the Icelandic players. Stevenson spills it. The strip. Spots it. No, I beg your pardon. Anton Gobble, the player that you talked about with a hard-nosed steal.
But Byronson was wide open after that. You just see that he stepped back. If Stevenson was able to connect, that would have been a wide open shot for the big man. This is what I think Coach Peterson is talking about. The ball just stuck in his hands and then he couldn't take control of the ball and pass it out of the double team.
George, if you're Germany here, you're in no hurry to score this trip down the floor.
Absolutely. You're going to milk the clock down. You're going to use every second of that 24-second shot clock.
Let's see if they go to Nowitzki here. Great defense by Williamson as he denies Schroeder. Germany out of sync offensively. Williamson with a strip over Nowitzki. Great defense by Iceland.
And I think it's just jitters by Germany. They just have to get the first game behind them.
Backdoor cut, intercepted, and stolen by Anton Gobble.
That was a tough pass. He was passing the ball with not much force over the whole defense.
Iceland now going to dig in and defend. They chose it not to foul. Schroeder in no hurry. Schroeder to the basket. Lost it.
And it's a ball for Iceland. There was no foul call. It was off Dennis Schroeder.
Und Auszeit-Timeout.
And we're going to have a timeout. Still very much an open game. 31.6 seconds to go. And it's only Germany by 6.
We'll take a break in the action. Germany by 6, 69-63 here in Berlin.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Frankie, our official mascot.
Well, for a team, George, that
We're gonna run that slip play that we did this morning. Try and
now's
get
the
a quick
time you got to
two.
make shots.
Okay?
If you ask me, I think it is clear that the Icelanders are going to spread out on the court. We haven't seen anybody out there on the basket for the last 8 minutes. So you're going to see 5 players on the perimeter. But if I'm Coach Peterson, I will try to set up a shot for Byrington. Pick and roll with a step back. I know Germans are probably not be ready for that, but Byrington has gotten good looks all fourth quarter.
Byrington is 4 for 11 from the floor, but he's 4 for 7 from three-point line. So certainly it's a potential go-to guy. George, are going to Stephenson? They're going to try and make somebody besides Stephenson shoot the ball.
I don't know who's coming on the floor, but it's King, Gago, Nowitzki, Gibson, and Schroeder. I think that they could theoretically switch on every pick and roll, and maybe this is what Coach Fleming was talking about. Just switch on all the pick and roll, because you're gonna see a pick and roll. So just switch it.
Well, Stephenson has yet to make a 3 for Iceland. He's 0 for 3 from the floor today. Can he make one here?
He's gonna get the ball. He's gonna play the pick and roll.
Rises to the basket. His baby J won't drop. And the groans behind us from the Iceland fans. Well, you wonder. Certainly an opportunity goes begging for Iceland as they foul here.
Right,
Are you happy with that shot, George?
I am happy with that, because it's 23 points by Jon Stefansson. You gotta respect his performance in the game today. And he just took it. It was a mid-range jumper from the corner, and he made a lot of it tonight. So he took it on himself as the leader. We asked for him to be the leader in the beginning of the game. He stepped in and took a tough shot.
So now Iceland will try to force a steal, and there is the foul. It's by Stephenson on Gavel. Anton Gavel will step to the line here for Germany.
Viertes Foul, Force Foul. Und jetzt gibt's Freiwürfe für Deutschland.
Well, you look down the bench, George, of the German team, and they know they've been in the game tonight.
I think what I said before, I think just Germany wants to get the first game behind it. This is so difficult as a home team. You just want to get done with the first game, start the tournament, and focus on next games.
Well, Gavel misses the first free throw. It just needs to make one. One makes it a 3-possession game. You can relax a little bit, but he misses the first. And now he misses the second. Well, he's got a violation here. It looks like Paulson's in a little bit too early. So he'll get another shot. It's a big shot. Anton Gavel makes it. 7 points the difference. So now, George, if you're Iceland, you'll take any shot. 2 or 3.
Now you got a substitution now. Nowitzki goes to the bench, so clearly they're going to be switching everything.
Smaller lineup for Germany. Here's Paulson. He goes to the basket, kicks. Shot on the way. That rims out. Loose ball. Who touched it last? If you're Germany, this is exactly what you don't want to do, is commit a foul here.
But if you're Zitzer, why did you help off the shooter? I don't understand. I thought if the three-pointer was made, and Zitzer was going to hear about that play in the locker room after the game, because you don't want to help. That's why you have the small lineup on the floor.
So you'd rather give up a 2 than give up a 3.
Yeah. I mean, in this situation, absolutely. You got 12 seconds to go, 7-point game.
This is what Germany don't want to do. They don't want ice, and they're trying to put points on the board with the clock out. So Paulson now. That's the first one. From here, George, we can expect Iceland press up the floor. Quick foul.
For sure, it's 12 seconds to go. They got no other choice. They have to put the Germans on the line.
Paulson makes the second.
Now the question is, who do you put on the line? I would try with Gabo.
Coach Fleming, who's out of timeouts, can't advance the ball into the court or the half court.
I would allow Gabo to accept it, to get the ball right here and immediately foul it. Foul.
Here's the inbounds play. Precious seconds go off the floor.
They lost 4 seconds off the clock. I think that's a mental mistake there on part of Iceland. They just needed to immediately foul.
Niels Kafai will step to the charity stripe now.
Ooh, that's not easy. It's a young player. We said before his debut for the senior national team at Eurobasket. And now he's on the line. 8 seconds to go. 5-point game. Opening night. Liam, what do you say?
Well, the only advantage is he plays for Alba Berlin. He knows the rims. He knows what the rims are like in this arena. And he got the shooter's roll high. Got a little love from the rim.
He knows the rim, but the rim is getting smaller and smaller and smaller if it's a situation like this. I tell you that.
Well, this is a big one now because this will make it 3 possessions. If he can tack this one on, and he didn't. Last touched.
It was tipped away. Yep, it was tipped away by Zipser.
Again, Coach Peterson is also out of timeouts.
5,8 Sekunden noch.
He can't believe it. Coach Peterson has got a good question. 3 seconds is lost on the clock. That's very quick. Iceland doing anything they can get here. And why a foul, George? Why are Germany fouling?
But almost an N1 play right here.
For Germany, number 21.
Incredible shot there by Gunnarsson.
When Gunnarsson plays his basketball in the domestic league, 4 of these players play in Iceland. I'll tell you right now, George, this Iceland team have really represented their country very, very well at Eurobasket in front of 12,500 fans against the hosts. With 2 NBA players.
They have opened up some eyes, I'll tell you that. I think that all the remaining teams that are watching today, they will not be underestimating Iceland.
So Gunnarsson, he misses his first, and
Tell you what, I mean, Iceland might be known for the volcanoes, but today they show they can play some basketball.
absolutely.
We see the tallest guy there for Iceland, 2'18", Nathanielsson.
Und das war's. Deutschland gewinnt gegen Island.
Well, there's your final in the opening game here from Berlin in Eurobasket 2015. The hosts, Germany, win against a spirited performance from Iceland. Your final score, Germany 71, Iceland 65.
Big, big atmosphere in this arena of the Eurobasket 2015 Berlin.
Well, George, we were really looking forward to play today in Group B, and we haven't been disappointed by the opening game.
Absolutely, you used the word Germany wins against Iceland, but I would say that Germany prevails against Iceland because there was a tough game there for paper favorite Germany. Iceland very much stayed in the game the whole game for 40 minutes, and they just made it very difficult for Germany to win their opening game in Eurobasket 2015. Hats off to Iceland, and they will be ready to show some more of their promise, I am sure, in the remaining games in the tournament.
Absolutely. Schroeder with 15 points. Juan Stevenson, 22 points, led all scorers in the building tonight, playing for his native Iceland. Williamson pitched in with 2 steals, and Williamson had 11 points. By Linkson with 12 for Iceland. We'll take a look at some final statistics as we bring this game to a close. Here are the scores: Nowitzki 15, Schroeder 15. 3 players in double digits for Iceland, showing they have weapons on the floor. In fact, 4 players. Williamson with 11, so 4 players for Iceland with double digits. Really going to make them a difficult proposition for teams to guard. George, maybe just a last closing word here as we bring things to a conclusion.
Well, I think that what we saw today, I think is going to set the tone for the all Eurobasket early. And I think that all the players, all the coaches said that before the tournament started. There are no easy games at Eurobasket.
So come back and join us for continuing coverage of Group B action in Eurobasket 2015.
points, Lydia.
Revolution.